Hi, and welcome to Gogo Diaries Story Time. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the story.
Hi, Dunisani.
Hi, what's the story today?
Today I want to show you something.
What?
A picture. You see that black stuff? It's one of my...
Smelly berry bingley?
Yes, it's called tsuvu in Shona. It's one of my favorite fruits at home. And on the farm we have a few of these trees by the house, and I just sit there and now today's story is about this tree. A long time ago, when donkeys had horns and when rivers
flowed upstream.
yes, there was a jackal.
The jackal.
Yes, it's a wild dog.
I know. It's just I'm surprised.
Yes.
It's normally about swine.
Today we're talking about a jackal. Now this jackal lived with his mother, and the mother did everything for him. He would lie on the sofa, and when it was time to eat, the mother would bring food. When he wanted a cup of tea, the mother would bring a cup of tea. When he wanted to lie down, the mother would nicely massage him so that he feels, now I'm ready to sleep, and then she would cover him.
It's almost like the mother's a servant.
So the mother, yeah, it sounds like it, doesn't it? And at some point she felt that something was not right, because she saw other children of other animals. They helped their parents, they went to fetch some water, they did the cooking, and she thought, what is wrong with my son? And when it didn't end there. When he felt that he needed something to eat, you'd say, Mommy, where's my food? Now
He doesn't even ask.
No. If she said, I have to go and fetch some water, you'd say, oh, I told you I want some food now. And he loved that fruit that I showed you, sovu. And when it was in season, the mother would go and collect it from the forest by the bucket, so that any time he wanted to have tsuvu, he would just take and eat. So one day the mother had had enough. She had tried everything to make sure that her son at least gets up and does something, and she had failed. She wanted some advice on how to help her son. So she went to the wise woman of the village, an old grandmother, and her name was Owl. Zizi, a wise owl. So she go to the owl and she said, you know what, Grandma? I have a problem with my son. I don't know what to do. He can't stand up, he can't do anything, and I'm just so tired of doing everything for him. Do you have some medicine that I can go and give him so that he can get up and do things, because I'm sure he's very sick? So the wise owl looked at her for a moment and said, you know what? You have the medicine. She said, what? I have the medicine. Oh, yes, you do. She said, but I don't know, what is it? And then the wise owl thought for a moment and then said, what is his favorite fruit? Tsuvu. So she said, you know what? Stop giving him his favorite fruit. She didn't think it would work. But then the wise owl had all other clients that were waiting, so she could not continue to argue with her. So she went home in deep thought. So she said, tomorrow I'll try. The following day, there were no tsuvu berries in the house. And of course the son goes, "Mommy, I want my tsuvu." And the mother said, "We don't have any." "But you know I want my tsuvu. You know I must have my tsuvu."
A bit like an awful.
And she said, "Look, if you want tsuvu, you have to go and find them." So after 2 days, he realized his mother was not going to do anything about this tsuvu. So he went. Fortunately, there was a tsuvu tree very close to the house. He went there, picked the tsuvu, ate, and came home. The following day, he did the same. When he got there, there were no tsuvu on the tree. Others had also eaten the fruit. So he had to go to the next tree, which was a few meters away.
Not much.
And he ate, came back home. After a week of doing this, the tsuvu trees which were closer to the house all ran out of fruit. So he had to walk 3 kilometers.
3 kilometers?
3 kilometers to find the fruit. And you know what? He went.
Not much.
He went and he got the fruit and he came back home. Following day, a little bit further, until he was walking 10 kilometers to get the tsuvu. And then one day just crossed his mind. He said to himself, while I'm going to look for tsuvu, I could help my mother and help her fetch the water, then continue on my journey. So he said to his mom, "Mom, on my way to the tsuvu, can I go and fetch some water for you?" The mother could not believe it. She could not believe it. He said, "Yes, please, I would really love that." So he went, fetched water, brought it home, and then went off. The following day, he did something else for his mother, and he began to help his mother around the house.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know why? Because now he was fit, because of all the exercise as he's walking to go and look for his favorite fruit. So she went back to the wise owl and said, "How did you know that that would work?" And the wise owl said, "You know what? I knew it would work because when somebody loves something, it is never too far for them. So whether the tsuvu tree was 1 kilometer or 10 kilometers, because he loved it, I was sure that he would go and find the tsuvu. And as he's doing that, he's exercising and he will begin to help. I'm glad this worked for you." So she got home and she was so excited. She hugged her son and she said, "My son, I love you. Thank you for helping me around the house." By giving him everything that he wanted, she was actually destroying him. She had to teach him to go and look for the things that he loves himself without expecting anyone to do it for him. And you know what, Tumisani? This story reminds me of a saying that we have in Shona.
What is it?
It says, "Kure kwegava ndokusina mutsuvu." Can you say it? Can you say it?
Korokwegave mutsuru.
Kure kwegava. Say it.
Korokwegava
Ndokusina
dokusina
mutsuvu.
mutsuvu.
Yes. And it's what it translates to is the jackal will see a distance as being very long for him to walk unless there's a tsuvu tree which he wants to reach.
Okay.
So when you desire something, you are going to go and do anything and everything you can to get to your goal. If you don't do that, it means you don't want it enough.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.